Patterson's rise to glory was in no way easy. From late nights working at UPS and only sleeping for 3 hours, to not setting a PB in the 400 meters for almost 5 years. The stars are finally starting to align for Jacory Patterson.
My back against the wall right now, man. Like I just said out there, I got a job loading trucks at UPS right now. I'm getting off at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning during the weekday. So, man, the goal is come out here, make some money so I can just go back home and focus on training and not have to put my body through all that.
For those who don't already know, Jacory Patterson currently holds the fastest 400 meter time in the world this year. Now, Jacory is no stranger to running a world lead, as in the 2022 Pepsi Florida Relays, he threw down the #2 time in the world and the fastest time in the NCAA, where he threw down a 20.20 in the 200 meters. However, where he really began to turn heads was in the NCAA, where he ran for the Florida Gators. On February 25th of 2023, Jacory was set to run the men's 400 meters at the SEC Championships. At the indoor track in Arkansas, he set an incredible time of 45.05, which at that moment was the world lead. However, a few moments later in the next heat, it was taken down by Elijah Godwin. This placed Jacory Patterson #2 in the world at the time. However, he also had a 200 meter to run just an hour later. He then threw down an incredible 20.29 in the 200 meters, where he overtook, you probably guessed that right, to his right is Matthew Bowling, which is also his current teammate. Now, Jacory's been running at a high level for a very long time, and now that he's not running in the NCAA, he can focus more on his outdoor season. The one feat that Jacory failed to accomplish time and time again was breaking the 44-second barrier and finally running 43 seconds, where he did get very close at that accomplishment in 2021. However, it's been a roller coaster ever since. Now, things did start to look promising for Jacory when he opened up his season this year against Noah Lyles and threw down a time of 44.28 seconds. And just by the expression of his face at the end of the race, you could tell that he felt that 43 seconds coming. Now, lucky for him, he was invited to Grand Slam track to run in Miami, Florida, and have a shot at not only breaking the 44-second barrier, but also coming home with a crazy $100,000 cash prize. Now, in Grand Slam, in order to win the Grand Slam trophy and the $100,000 cash prize is operated by a point system, meaning that the athletes run 2 races relative to the people in their event. Now, on day 1 of Grand Slam in the men's long sprints, we had the 200 meters where Jacory Richards finished with a time of 19.86, and that was a world lead as well, and Alexander Ogando finished very closely behind. However, Jacory Patterson finished in 6th place, falling behind, which meant that on the following day in the 400 meters, he would need to place very well. Now, this was surely not going to be an easy task, because he had to go against the world's fastest sprinters and Olympic champions like Matthew Hudson Smith, Stephen Gardner, even the likes of Bryce Deadman, and many more. The gun was off and there was no time to slow down for Jacory. He got off to a great start along with the likes of Jacory Richards, whom he was matching stride for stride, and Matthew Hudson Smith was there as well. Sadly for Stephen Gardner, it looked like he pulled up and seemed to have hurt himself. However, coming down to the finish, we had Jacory, Jacory Richards, and Matthew Hudson Smith all lined up together. But it came down to the final stretch where Jacory Patterson made an incredible push just to overtake the other athletes. And looking at the clock, we had a 43.98 world lead and a personal best for Jacory Patterson. This was great news because not only did he run a world lead on a huge stage, which increases his chances of getting a sponsorship, but he also finished in 2nd behind Jacory Richards with 15 points, also claiming a prize of $50,000. And when Jacory was asked what this win had meant to him, this is what he had to say.
My back against the wall right now, man. Like I just said out there, I got a job loading trucks at UPS right now. I'm getting off at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning during the weekday. So, man, the goal is come out here, make some money so I can just go back home and focus on training and not have to put my body through all that.
Congratulations to Jacory Patterson on accomplishing his dreams. And with that being said, please make sure to go ahead and drop a like on this video and subscribe for more content.